I mean, stories with me and Ruck, man. I know Ruck since, we teenagers and stuff. We know each other before we were artists and everything, just being from Brownsville.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a good brother, man. Like, Ruck became my friend through my boy Haz, one of the low-light founders. When I used to be in jail a lot, so Haz was my best friend, but while I was in jail, he started hanging with Ruck all the time, and they became a rap group. And this was way before I was a rapper, I wasn't even thinking of rapping. So, I met him through my boy Haz, because at that point, there was a biceps in my projects as well, just as well as there was lowlights, there was biceps. So a lot of the biceps hung in my project, and they hung in Bristol Park on Bristol Street in Brownsville. So Haz was really close with everybody, and him, especially him and Ruck. So, I got cool through Ruck from that,
Mm-hmm.
And, it's crazy because, everybody talks about Ruck and how funny he is, and, me and his relationship was always very serious. We never really joked around too much,
Mm-hmm.
We were, ultimate cool, happy to always see each other and all that, but we never really joked, As much as I joke in my rhymes and all, in person, I really don't joke too much. You know what I mean? So our relationship was always straight cool like that. And, by him hanging in our project, that's how he met his wife, Bernadette.
Oh, that's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? Because he was always in the Guardian, and his wife was from our project. So he's been with her ever since. I know her since she was a little girl. So, and it's crazy, man, because the one thing when Ruck got on and he got it popping and Helter Skelter blew up and all that, anywhere I ever seen him, he showed so much love, ultimate love. Yo, you going to the club? Come on, son, come in with us, all of that, but all the time, not sometimes. He always extended his hand, like beyond to make sure we was good. He didn't act different because he got on. And that was one of the main things I always respected about him, He still hung with the same people that he always hung with, the D-Set family and the ones from Brownsville that he grew up with and all that. So it's cool. And then, the crazy thing was Ruck had records out, right? When I started rapping. I wasn't a rapper yet. But when I would see him on the ad going to the store or whatever, I had a little 4-track in the crib, and I'd be like, yo, son, do a song with me, man. Come on. The nigga would come with me to my crib, and we would record on the 4-track. And, he got albums out and shit like that. But he, like I said, he always showed, he always showed the love, man, all the time. And, most of our history was grime and crime, which don't really make sense to get into any of that. Now, I want, people to know all the good stuff he was about. And, he really was a real dude like that, man. And it's crazy because I still can't believe this happened.
Yeah, I didn't believe it when I heard it either. I thought it was bullshit when I heard that shit.
I just got here. I live in Miami, right? So
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I've been in Miami for years, son, so I'm back and forth. And I just got here. As soon as I got here, Ruck was like, yo, I got this song. You got to get on this joint I just did and all that. So I was like, I'm going to go knock it out. Went knocked it out. I did a new joint with him and Roy Flush called The Bar Fight.
Oh, dope.
But it's crazy that, all this happened right while I'm here, man. We were just at Pumpkinhead's memorial concert, doing this for Pumpkinhead, and when Pumpkinhead died, we was like, wow, this is the biggest loss the underground ever took. As far as, the underground ain't had too many that passed on that were really, had the credentials and notoriety for who they were, man. And for Ruck to, pass away right after Pumpkinhead is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I got ultimate love for son, man. And, I made Ruck a low life, just like he made me a D-set.
Oh, that's what's up.
He made me a trick punk because he was always with us. He always wore low. So it's like, son, you Ruck low, man. Whether you want to be that or not, that's what you is. You know what I mean? Because you always with the family. It's always with we all was family. Everybody he was family with, was family with our side, their side, you know, from Goblin Studio to Amboy and Herzu and Marcus Garvey and all that, you know, to Sufflo. Everybody was family together from Brownsville, you know? And that's the crazy part. Like, his wake that was like Brownsville Day. Because you seen the whole Brownsville. You know, like, you know, the industry was there too, but Brownsville was really there, you know? Anybody, you know, Brownsville, D-Sets, Low Life. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I got mad love for son. I'm fucked up. He going, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad we got to do a lot together, you know? Got to work, hit the Rock. You know, I used to go to Rock crib 8:30 in the morning with a whole bunch of blunts, and we would just rhyme all day.
That's crazy.
You know?
That's what's up.
And, you know, like I said, these niggas got records out. And it was the same story no matter what. We going to rhyme, son. I'm coming over there to rhyme, bringing some trees, and we going to just wow.
That's what's up. That's what's up. He had a good heart. That's what, yeah.
His heart was pure, man, and, you know, he wasn't no sucker.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
He was a real dude, man. He wasn't afraid to get busy. You know, back in the days, he would do whatever he was doing. But he was an all-around good dude, man. And, you know, I got mad love for him because of that, man. Nothing but good memories. And we was real competitive with the shows. Because we would do shows together a lot.
Oh,
and he'd be like, he'd always tell me, you do you, I'm going to do me. Because, you know, the objective is to come through and shut the show down, man. So, you know, we always set it up a notch for each other. Whether he went first or I went, you know, or I went first, I made sure I set that bar real high. So he knew he had to come out there and shut it down, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. I think the last show we did together was in D.C., like 2 years ago. And, you know, I can honestly say it was probably just a crowd of 50 people. And we acted like there was a crowd of 10,000, you know?
That's so.
This is our performance. I went out before him, too. That was the crazy part, right? When he came in, he passed me at bottom. And I went on, I did my show before him. But I got it there and I got busy, son. But when it was time for Ruck to come out, Ruck was like, yo, come out with me. Let's just wild out. You know?
That's dope.
And we went out there on stage with a big bottle, start pouring drinks for the crowd, giving everybody some Henny and all that. And we just, you know, did what we do, man. We love to rhyme.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's a dope. You gave me a dope. That's dope. I'm going to play the whole thing. That's
yeah,
dope.
Man. I gave Ruck a bunch of low items. He always blessed me with something when I would come around. You know what I mean? I recently gave him my RL 2000 buckle raincoat, the same one that I wore on the Skill Against Island cover.
Oh, shit,
I recently gave it to him, and he got it. He got it fixed up, like he got it made new. They, you know, did it everything over, like the painting on the back and all that. He got everything rejuvenated, man. And I was like, more than anything, I was waiting to see him wear it, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy that I never got to see him wear that, man. I wanted to see him wear it more than anything.
So right now you're in Miami?
No, I'm in New York.
So you went to the memorial?
Of course. I was at the memorial. We went to Kingston and Bergen where they did the mural.
Did they bury him or they cremated?
I believe he got buried. He's Muslim faith, so I don't think they believe in cremation. I didn't go to the burial. I didn't get to wake up the next morning because the night was so long on the funeral, you know.
Did he have a suit on, or he dressed up in it?
He was dressed in white.
Oh.
You know, like the whole boot camp was in there, in their Muslim attire. You know, kufis and the long gown, robes or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
so everybody, you know, Buck, Tech, and Steel, you know, they was in there representing for him hard, man. And, you know, I walked up to his coffin, I said my prayer. You know, I said to my love. You know, I spoke to God. to God, so God could know who he really is, which I already know, that his heart was pure, man. I think, if there's a heaven or hell or anything, I think you're going to be judged on your heart more than anything. But I don't think none of us really know why we're here on this earth or what was the purpose of us being here. So as long as you're pure within your heart and you try your best to do right for others and all that, and son was really like that, man. That's crazy.
God bless his soul, man, for real. Yo,
yeah, it's crazy, man. And what's crazy? Like I just left Food Corner from Sonic, right?
Yeah.
I just came from BRC, was working out in the park, and Ruck's sister was here from down south. I mean, just like half an hour ago, and I just drove her to her aunt's house, so she could go home. He got one of his older sisters, and it's crazy, just to look at her face and see him so much,
That's a big loss, man. That's a big loss.
Yeah, man. I mean, as far as, underground, because I never really considered them underground because the whole boot camp thing was mainstream,
Yeah.
But once everything got pushed out of the mainstream and it became underground, this is a gigantic loss. We never really took big losses in the underground community as far as our artists and, the ones that represent for us, man. So it's kind of crazy to be going through that,
Yeah.
And everybody loved son. That was the main thing, man. Everybody loved him. So that was wild, man. We miss him too, man. The other thing, when I just came down in May before I came for the whole summer. And Ruck, I used to try to convince him to let's do a low-life DCEP album. For years and years, I would talk about it, and he really didn't want to do it. Like, he didn't want to have to work with a whole bunch of people and put this together and all that. So when I came in May, he had got one of those low-life gang jackets off of me, too. The ones we made that look like the Warrior stuff. So
yeah.
He called me, right, and I met him downstairs from his crib, and he told me, let's do that album now, but just me and you. At least the EPs, let's do something. And he was like, as soon as I wrap up this project I'm doing with Fame, he's doing an album with Fame called The Price of Fame.
Oh, that's dope. Did they end up doing it?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of songs on that one. They've been working on that.
That's a dope-ass title, The Price of Fame.
Huh?
That's a dope-ass title, The Price of Fame. That's dope.
The Price of Fame, man. So I know that one is there. And he was like, as soon as we finish that one, then we going to go in. And it's crazy because we just had him down in Art Basel for our low-life event over there, in last December. So we brought him out with the people from Miami and, had a nice show, had to chill, go out, do what we always do, man. And PF, PF is a big part of our family too, man. So it's just crazy because I was a major representative for the underground. So
that's right. He was your DJ too.
Huh?
Remember you told me that PF was your DJ too back then. I remember that.
Nah, PF is all of our DJs.
Yeah, I remember you doing. That's how you linked me up with him from back then. We was doing the film thing, remember? And you was like, I got hook up PF. He's my DJ, and you hooked me up with him, remember? Yeah. And you hooked me up with AG and Dana Dane and shit.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, man. But yeah, PF is our dude, man, and just let the whole underground community know all the real representatives of the true culture of hip hop and all that. Like, son is gone, man, so niggas gotta step it up, man. We can't let this die. He was a major representative.
Yeah, of course. He was, yo.
Keeping it alive, man. Like, niggas need to everybody needs to step it up right now, because we had a big force loss, man.
Yeah, he was repping with everybody too.
Yeah, man, he rocked with everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He stayed consistent. He stayed working.
He was with Illa G and Royal Flush a lot lately, I seen.
Yeah. You know, everybody hangs at Goblin Studio, man. That's where a lot of the heads be. So somebody there's doing this thing a lot, man. I just seen on the new Kia Price, the mixtape, Illa G is damn near on the whole album, boy.
That's great. Yeah, because I seen him in Hartford like a month ago, and I was with my brother-in-law and 4 other people, and they was trying to charge us $20 to get in, and they didn't want to pay. So I was like, let's just leave. And then he was walking, and my man said, "Yo, there goes Ruck right there." And I said, "Yo, Ruck, what's up?" And he looked at me and he said, "McManus, what's up, man?" And I told him, "Yo, come on, I got y'all. Don't worry about it." And he went to the door, like stressing his people. They're in too. And I was like, "This dude showed me love." You know what I mean? What's up? He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. He's got that heart, man. He'll show you love. And if you piss him off, he'll punch you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
That was real.
That's a heart. He's got heart and shit.
We all Brownsville, son. Like, Brownsville breeds you a certain way, man. It's like, you're either soft or you about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can still be a good person and be about it, you know? You can still be good. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? And for a lot of us, you know, our hands enforced, man, the way we were raised and we grew up just being from Brownsville. Brownsville is an animal in itself, man. So you can hear it in everybody's music and everybody's songs, and, you know, because everybody's speaking from their heart in their music. And, you know, you've seen it through all his work, man, you know?
Yep, you know, that's crazy. But, yeah, I mean, you got the same, because I remember when I first met you, and you didn't know who I was, and then when we started talking, you became mad cool with me and said, like, yeah, because you didn't know who I was at first. You're like, who's this dude? And then when you introduced myself, you were mad. You showed me mad love just like he did. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, you was basically coming to show us love, so why are we not going to show you love? You know, it's like without people like you, people who actually go out there and push who we are.
Yeah.
You know, it just go hand in hand. Like, a lot of artists, you know, their egos be too big to understand that, especially, you know, we self-made and self-sufficient, you know, me, myself. I've been doing all this on my own. I've never had no situation, never had no record deals, never had none of that. So the most I had was the people that loved my music and believed in what I was doing and was willing to let 1,000 more people know. So I knew I had to treat those people right, man. I was appreciative that anybody was into my music, you know, because remember, I wasn't no rapper either, man. I was on the street like everybody else. You know, rest in peace to my son, Sean P., man.
Yes. This is
really real.
Yeah,
and next thing you know, the phones start blowing up.
Crazy now you see so many people liked him and shit, and I didn't even know that before. You know what I mean? You start to see everybody's pictures showing Price. I'm like, yo, I didn't know these people knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, all over the place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't know that. I didn't know that many people knew who he was. It bugged me out and shit. I'm like, damn. But you know what? He always did shows everywhere. You know what I mean? He'll go everywhere. He'll go to New Hampshire. He'll go to freaking... He'll be in Canada, and then he'll be in fucking Vermont.
Someone got a peak in the underground. He was peaking right now.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on that Big L mode. He was about to hit that. What's it called? But he still would have been the same person. You know what I'm saying? So fucking, he would have still been the same person no matter what. Like, you know, he don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo. He just gave a fuck that his music sounded dope. That's all the fuck he cared about and shit, you know.
Yep, and he gonna always try to out-rap you on the track.
That's what you're supposed to do. Isn't that the MC fucking delivers syndrome?
I do what I do. That's all I used to tell him. There was times when we in my crib working on songs going back to back. I'm like, you do what you do, I'm gonna do what I do. Don't hold back nothing, nigga.
Oh yeah, you know? His competition was ridiculous with Rock too and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. You know, Rock is a family too, man. Enough love to him, man. Like I said, when they got it popping, they showed love to the bill, and they fucked with the bill. You know?
Did you see the memorial on the wall?
Yeah. We went there after the funeral.
Oh, okay.
We all did right after the funeral, mad cars, mad people. I probably stood out there. I think I was one of me and Rock, the last people to leave. You know, we was out there like 3, 4 in the morning.
So when you were there, they were doing it, or was it already done?
No, it was done. We went after the funeral.
Oh, okay.
On the funeral, everybody went to the memorial again.
Yeah, I seen all the bottles and everything in front of it and shit. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. You know, just seeing everybody looking at his brother, I'm like, I told his brother, yo, you're gonna have to do some of these videos coming up and do his parts, man.
You look just like him?
Yeah, he looks just like him. He's a little, you know, he looks a little younger, and his eyes are a little bit bigger, but he looks just like him. He got the big beard and everything.
They got the same brother. They got the same both parents.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up.
I mean, that I don't know for sure. You know what I mean? I just know that's his brother because he got a bunch of brothers and sisters, man. Like I said, I was with his older sister today, and the little brother looks exactly like her. Exactly. She got the same eyes, just like him.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Son used to be in Betsy Head Pool with us all the time. You know, the pool, community pool in Brownsville. You know, we Garvey is right next to the pool, so we'd be in there deep every day when we was teenagers.